God.
And
I really wish I hadn't made that gay porn comment when you literally... Oh, God, now.
You set it up.
Yeah, I've got images in my head now, which I need to stop.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Jake Bradley won.
Does anyone care?
No.
You know who the real winners are?
No, you know who cares? Jake Bradley's mother.
No, do you know who the real winners are? Everyone who didn't watch TNA Impact this week.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about this, because this was just
I'm jealous of those people.
Yeah, I know.
Aces and Eights.
Yes.
And Ken Anderson had a moment.
They did. I'm not sure it was a good moment.
Where they had to go to the clubhouse and make a decision.
Yes, I know. They had to escort the whores out.
Yes.
And go to the clubhouse. And
because they obviously didn't rip off Sons of Anarchy enough, they got to completely rip off.
Yes.
But here's the thing. I noticed something. As an avid Sons of Anarchy watcher.
Okay.
The president of said biker club sits at the head of the table.
Yes.
The guy sitting at the head of the table is the vice president.
Okay, so who's the head?
There's no president.
So there's no president of the Aces and Eights?
Apparently not, because they kept referring to the head guy as VP, and VP is usually the right
Yeah,
hand.
that's what I would assume. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the head guy, Kurt Angle.
There's been plenty of... people are saying Hogan, people are saying Angle, some people are even saying Jeff Jarrett.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would make the whole thing worth it.
If Jeff
Jarrett was the guy and came back. That would make it worth it.
All I'm saying, the guy at the head of the table right now is VP and not president. So
Which
if you're going to rip off something TNA,
do it right.
Do it right.
But, they can't do anything right.
No.
Reaching for the middle.
So Joe Sparks comes out.
Yes.
Asks for Hulk Hogan to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Hogan's all flustered because Bully Ray's banging his daughter and he can't do anything about it.
Well, hasn't she begged everybody in the locker room by now?
I have no idea of what you speak.
Allegedly. Allegedly. This is parody, folks.
So he asked for a match. Hogan's just like, fine, brother, whatever. Get out of my ring, dude.
Yeah, now he's got to deal with other folks.
So Joseph Park's all giddy and he leaves.
Well, by the way, is it just me or when Hogan says dude, it sounds like your grandfather trying to say dude?
Well, he is like 11D. So.
True. But, Hogan's a little more badass than my grandfather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he says dude, it should still be cool, but it's really not.
No.
I'm just saying.
A lot of things Hulk Hogan are doing nowadays aren't very cool.
Like everything in TNA?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like he's... I wouldn't say Steve Martin fathered the bride at this point. Because of what happened.
Yeah. Let's not say that.
But we have to. Because
do we? Do we really have to? Because I really don't want to.
Bully Ray and Brooke Hogan are getting married, folks.
Yes, but before I know we don't really want to break this down because it's idiotic, but I do have to say, when Brooke Hogan was trying her damnedest to cry, I'm like, really? What are you good for?
It's like
she could not cry, not even a little.
She's trying to be an actress, too.
Well, good luck with that. I can see why she was in the giant shark movie.
Yeah, no two-headed shark.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The Roger Corman ripoff.
Mm.
No, fucking hell. Like, everything about the whole segment, yes. Bully Ray got down on one knee and proposed, which is idiotic. He gave a whole speech about, I've loved professional wrestling my entire life. I've never loved anything more. And he said, I've never loved anything more than professional wrestling about 14 times.
Yeah.
Then, of course, he got to the point, because I think he forgot what he was going to say until he got to there, and then he's just like, until I met Brooke. And I just went, oh, Jesus Christ.
And then the world collectively threw up in its mouth.
Yes, and then we saw the best thing of the night.
Mm.
I don't know if you noticed it. The I smell something icky face that Hulk Hogan had. Oh my God. Best thing ever.
How is someone in the third row pooped their pants.
It really was. He just had this look on his... And it didn't stop.
No,
he just kept that face on. That was what he was going with, was that face, and he kept it.
He was the human incarnation of Grumpy Cat at that point.
Yes, he just had that look, and he was going with it. It was just... It would not leave his face.
He's just walking up the ramp like...
Oh, he kept it... Once he found out that this was happening and realized he couldn't stop it, because, by the way, we forgot to mention Sting was in the ring for no reason.
Oh, yeah, because he was randomly there to try to talk some sense into his best friend.
Yeah, which I wasn't aware that Sting and Hogan were best friends, but...
They wrestled back in the 70s, it's cool.
So did a lot of people. That doesn't mean... Sting and the Ultimate Warrior wrestled a lot. I mean, they wrestled together in the 80s. I don't see them hanging out anytime soon.
Yeah, well, no one's trying to marry Warrior's daughter.
I know Warrior is crazy. I mean, the fact that his name is Warrior might prove it, but, I mean, Sting and Hogan do not seem like the best of friends. But, I digress.
They're both old
Let's
codgers.
just go with it. Let's just go with it. Let's move on.
So he kept that look going up the ramp. Seabrook acting!
Yes. I mean...
Brilliant!
Yes. And then she tried to be all happy, and she seemed better when she was trying to be sad. It was just, she didn't seem all that happy to be marrying Bully Ray. I'm not saying anyone should be happy to marry Bully Ray. His wife probably liked it, if he has a wife. I really don't know. I've never researched his wife. Or his life. I've never thought to do so because I really didn't care. But yeah, so that's happening next week, folks. Oh yeah, they're not waiting.
You know what? I'm actually surprised they didn't do it on the pay-per-view. I actually am.
I'm not that surprised because I don't think this is going to be that big a deal. I really think this is going to be, if I had to guess, I would say it's just an excuse to get Bully Ray and Hulk Hogan to have a match.
Yeah.
And that will lead up to the pay-per-view in 4 months. Mm-hmm. So they'll have, and I mean...
Not 4, 2. I think lockdown's in March.
See, that was the thing I was going to ask you. Is it literally going to be like 4 months or something like that they're going to wait to do these things?
Well, I think it'll be ever so often.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, do you want to get into that now or later?
No, let's finish the show, and then we'll actually talk about something we kind of like.
Okay. So, yeah, Brooke, Bully, wedding next week.
You're all invited, so...
Yeah, you're all invited, as Bully Ray did.
Actually, I shouldn't even say literally next week. It's tonight.
Oh, yeah, it is tonight.
We're putting it up Thursday, so this is tonight. So there you go.
So you're probably watching it live now.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let us know how it goes.
Yes, we don't have to watch it, please.
Exactly.
Please.
Somebody email us, for God's sakes.
Next segment?
Yes.
Segment number 9.
Oh.
Number 9. Robert Roode and Aries.
Yeah.
These guys need to be a tag team.
They do.
If either of them aren't going to get the world title, they need to be a tag team. And they could be TNA's version of Team Hell No.
I'd like that. I mean, what a shock. TNA is going to follow in the WWE's footsteps. My God.
It was actually one of the better segments of the show.
Where
they're
good.
Going to the ring going, I'm going to wear my shirt, I'm going to wear my shirt, I'm going to wear my cape, I'm going to wear my robe then.
Yeah, that was entertaining. That was the one part
it was
where
like
I'm
an
just
Abbott
hey,
and Costello routine.
It was. I mean, not nearly as clever, but still entertaining.
And then after that, they did the cool little Before the Bell thing where there was just like a countdown to Genesis type thing with Rude and Aries.
By the way, if you're keeping track, this is only, I think, the second time they mentioned Genesis on the Go Home show.
Yeah. Way to sell
well done,
pay-per-view,
TNA,
guys.
yeah.
I guess they figured the 4 people that were going to order it.
They don't need to know. They don't care, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's pretty sad then on
How long have we been
10.
talking about this show that we absolutely hated?
23 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So that led to a tag team match.
Yeah.
Robert Roode and Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy and James Storm.
Predictable as all fuck.
Yeah, there was no contest, and it was fucking smooth.
Yeah, whatever.
Because no one can lose heat. And
yeah,
whatever.
it was what it was. I mean, Jeff Hardy got his ass beat for a while, then they tagged in the Drunk, and the Drunk beat them up for a while, and then, shit went down, and that was it. Oh, we didn't mention the Anderson Angle match.
No, that's later.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was later. Shit.
Yeah.
This show is fucking backwards.
Yep. And then the next 3 segments were literally just Brooke Hogan did something crappy.
We don't care.
They did another Before the Bell.
Yep.
And Matt Thunderlips Morgan, Joey Hedgehog Ryan.
I didn't understand this at all. I didn't see.
They were just talking in some random room in the building, and then Chavo and Hernandez found out where they were being interviewed, and they just attacked them.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Chavo and Hernandez are the faces, right? So they're just randomly going around attacking the other guys?
Yeah.
Isn't that a heel move? I mean, TNA, did you not read your wrestling handbook?
Reach for the middle, guys.
Yeah, well done.
So,
way to confuse the audience.
Anderson and Angle then had a match.
Did they?
Yep.
Was that really a match?
Once again, just like the 2 green guys, they wrestled around the ring for a little while.
Yeah.
Moves once in a while at each other.
I mean, I like Mr. Anderson a lot. I think he's a phenomenal wrestler. And Kurt Angle is a goddamn machine. How come these two couldn't put on a decent match?
Well,
it
they
was
weren't
just
given the
nothing.
time.
They weren't. I mean, that was the problem. This whole thing is just used to build up a feud.
Well, Angle was then attacked, and then
that was the thing. It was just kind of they weren't given any time to do anything, and it's like, if you've got these two...
Is this the point where Angle goes away, though? Because they carried him out, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, that sort of was what fed my whole Angle is either the VP or the P, because... giggity. I think he's got to be one of the two, because that would explain why he's been taken away and blah, blah, blah. Because then he could come and be like, yeah, I was the guy the whole time. Ha, ha, ha. Eat it, Samoa Joe.
Right. So, Sting, Knox.
Yeah.
In the ring, they wrestled for a little bit. And they actually stopped referring to him as Mike Knox.
Yeah, they did.
They stopped using the name. He's just a member now.
Yeah. Which is kind of weird, but I'm guessing he'll get a real name
He'll get a new
eventually,
name.
yeah. Because you can't really call him Mike Knox, because that's, I believe, a WWE trademark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ace and Eights came out. They had Brooke Hogan. I don't know where they got her.
Yeah, she just randomly walking backstage. They're like, hey, grab her. Because of all the segments you decide to show us TNA, that's the one we might want to have seen, but no, we're not seeing that one.
When I think of something like that, I think back to that Robot Chicken sketch where they're walking in the alley and then the Chinese wrestler guy grabs them into the room. So I'm thinking something akin to that, like Brooke Hogan just la la la, and then just gets pulled into a room by three bikers.
It's just ridiculous.
And then, of course, Bully Ray with his magical
with the chain wallet of doom.
Seriously.
They're afraid of the chain wallet.
There's like 7 grown bikers who are scared of a guy swinging a wallet.
I never understand.
There must be a lot of money in there. That's a weapon.
It's filled with bricks.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how, but it is.
Yeah. And then, like we stated previous, this was a segment where Bully proposed.
Yeah, which
she said yes.
Whatever.
It's happening tonight.
Yeah.
We'll unfortunately bring you the news next week.
Yeah, and
hopefully it goes off with all sorts of hitches. And Ace and Eights come in, and there's a big bleh.
Yeah.
There's also TNA Genesis. We'll get to that, but first off, we're going to talk about something good.
Oh, are we? SmackDown. Oh, yes, SmackDown. As we told you all.
27 minutes.
Good Lord.
That took 27 minutes to talk about.
My God. I hated it.
We're sorry.
Yeah, well, no, in all fairness, we did spend a lot of time making fun of it, so I would assume that, all the people listening enjoyed us making fun of it, because they're all thinking the same things we were.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
There you go. SmackDown. Hopefully you all paid attention to us when we said, watch SmackDown. Something's going to happen. We don't tend to read rumors all that often, but we did.
Well, this one actually got broke by WWE.com.
Well done, guys.
The way I figure it is, they look at it as, well, why have the internet break our stories when we can just break it for everybody? And that'll just bring foot traffic to our website.
That's true.
So,
and it actually, well, no, it didn't make me go to their website, but it would have.
Exactly.
Had you not spoiled it, I probably would have gone to WWE.com.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So, segment number 1, once again, another SmackDown. Tight, compact.
Yes.
Not much.
Matches.
Going on. Matches.
Yeah.
Booker T, Big Show, and Alberto Del Rio have a big segment.
Yeah.
At the beginning. It is then stated that they're going to have a last man standing match for the world title. Yeah.
I got to say this, though. I mean, this is my first SmackDown back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, I didn't enjoy it as much as most Raws.
Right.
I'm not saying I enjoyed this Monday's Raw, but we'll get to that. But the phrase that Booker T says of, whatever Raw can do, we can do better. No.
Yeah.
You can't.
Well, they have
Sorry.
one less hour.
They do.
So.
But go on. That was just
But to be fair, something big did happen on SmackDown.
That is very true.
Raw, so.
Yeah, exactly.
So, to be fair, Orton and Cesaro had a match. See, guys?
Yeah.
After one segment, they had a match.
Yeah. See, TNA, watch SmackDown. You might learn something.
Exactly. It ended in no contest, but that's fine. You don't want either guy getting pinned. That's cool.
And at the same time,
plus the Shields attacked Orton.
This, I gotta say, and I mean, far be it for me to give any props to Orton, because frankly, he needs to go away. But he didn't phone it in as much as he usually does.
No.
It could be Del Rio, who's obviously going to be stepping up his game, considering what happens later on. Why am I saying Del Rio?
Cesaro.
Cesaro, sorry.
But to be fair, we're also going to look at main event that happened, and they also had a one-on-one match, and it was even better.
It was.
So,
yeah. But I meant Cesaro, who, I mean, if you're in the ring with Cesaro, you better fucking up your game, because this man is a goddamn monster.
Yep. Hopefully his tendons fix one day. Seriously, I don't know if they're ever going to fix.
I don't know, but you know what?
Because his fingers are getting more wrapped up as the weeks go on.
Well, I mean, the motherfucker
He's going to look like Mickey Mouse after a while.
I mean, look at what his finisher is, right?
Yeah.
That's going to injure your
Well, he has
hand.
to
I don't care who
clasp.
you are.